Hello everyone and welcome to another video where I am going to be taking you through the overhead barbell press. Now, the primary muscles that this is working is the shoulders, which is more particularly the medial deltoids. It does also work your triceps, and as stabilizers works your entire back and your core. Now, you start with the barbell in the rack at about chest level. Grasp the barbell with an overhand grip slightly wider than shoulder width, and then position it in front of your neck at your collarbone. So this is the starting position. Take a deep breath, so brace your core, tense up your glutes, your back, pull your shoulders back, and then press the bar up until your arms are extended overhead. At that point, bring your head and chest through the bar, and then just return the bar back to the starting position. With your lower body, just keep your feet around shoulder width or slightly wider than shoulder width, with your knees slightly bent. So a couple of common mistakes that I see with this exercise is using your legs to drive the bar. Some people sort of inadvertently turn the overhead press into what is called a push press. Push press uses the legs to lift the barbell overhead, which takes some of the tension off the shoulders. In this exercise, though, you want your shoulders to be doing the lifting, and to avoid relying on your legs, maintain a slight bend in the knee and limit any lower body movement. A general tip, so find a foot position that is just comfortable for you. It's not super essential if your feet are shoulder width or slightly wider than shoulder width. So for me personally, I like a narrow stance, so slightly less than shoulder width, but that's not required. Okay, that is just going to come down to sort of overall preference. Okay, another huge mistake is just not engaging the back and not pulling the shoulders back. So the reason why this is bad is because when you're lifting heavier weights, the weight is more likely going to sort of make you lean backwards and then start pushing the hips forward, and then you can do your lower back in and get some injuries there, and you can also fall back with the weight. Now, it's really good to keep the back engaged, so then it's working isometrically and you're getting as much out of the exercise as possible. And then just another common mistake that I see is people fully extending the elbows throughout the movement when you're pushing up. So this does put the elbows at risk of injury, and doesn't actually give you any more activation in the shoulders. So try to just leave a tiny bend in the elbows. So another common mistake that I see is with the elbows, keeping the elbows coming directly on the side of the body. Now, you actually want to be bringing your elbows slightly in front of your wrist to really maximize the amount of work that's going to be put on the shoulders. And moving on to the wrists, it's really important that you don't allow the weight to really push your wrist back. You want to be trying to keep your wrist pointing as up to the ceiling as much as possible. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and it was useful. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular exercise, whether you like it, whether it's part of your routine. And as always, if you want me to do a particular tutorial video on an exercise, be sure to put in the comments below.